Good morning, guys. How's it going? Oh yeah, I'm in the gray ghost forest. Yeah, gray ghost. That's white-tailed deer. If you're not familiar with gray ghost, it's white-tailed deer. Okay. Summertime they're red ghost because they blend in, but wintertime we're starting to phase into the gray coat. So then they become the gray ghosts, all right? And they are ghosts, guys. They come and they go just like ghosts. Very cool animals. And you can farm them, all right? Steve-O farms his. I'm farming gray ghosts, guys. We can get like 5 a year. That's a lot of meat. That is a lot of meat. And me being a carnivore, I love it, guys. I love it. So September 15th it starts. So I've been steadily for quite a few months. I basically set up the station year-round, but I'm doing it with a mineral lick. And right here, that was about a 12-pound block, and man, they're really working that down. We had 2.5 inches of rain last night, and last 3 days I had 4.5 inches of rain. So, but the water, I mean, the swamp's right there. There's cypress trees. There's right there starts a cypress tree right in there, and I'm on the high end of a swamp, a slough, and this thing runs right down to the north, crosses a road, and goes into a creek system that runs east and west, and it goes back to the east a long way. So I've got a huge corridor, and right over that way where that drainage comes through, there's a corridor there that comes all the way up to my place. And I went by there the other day, and there's 14 head in a guy's front yard over there, and he's feeding them underneath an oak tree. I don't think he's a hunter. I think he's just he's farming them big time, but he's farming them for me, because when they run out of food there, all they got to do is tiptoe across the road, come up into the slough, and hit my spot. So I initially bait them up heavy here. When I start baiting, I leave the mineral lick right there, trophy rock. I leave it in year-round. So that one's melting down pretty good. This thing's pretty low right now, but it was way up like this. And man, do they work it. They work it hard, guys. I'm telling you. Yeah. They work it hard. So once I dump a 50 pound bag to start, and then I just back off, keep backing off. And then when it's time to hunt, I sneak in here in the mornings when I'm ready to hunt before daybreak. I like to get in my tree stand like a half an hour before daybreak, so I can settle in. I've had deer watch me standing right over here in the night, because I come in, I cast my light around, I got eyeballs looking at me. I go right up my tree. Right there. Settle in, turn my little light out, and you hear the leaves crunching, coming right over here to my bait. It don't seem to freak them out. It's really strange. The ghost at night don't seem to get too freaked out with me for some reason. But I do it as quietly as I can, you know. I've got a climber stand I'm going up in there, so I try to do it as quietly as I can, but still you're making some noise. But don't seem to freak them out. I don't know. So I got some grandma's molasses here. We're really gonna sweeten this thing up. I don't dump these molasses every time. Just every once in a while, I give them a hit of this stuff. Yeah. I'm going to take this bottle, I'm going to jam it in this tree right here so it can sit and run on down. They can sit and run on down. They'll have it on the ground. They'll have that thing licked clean. So yeah, this is what I do. Yeah, you can farm this stuff, and the best part about it is, guys, I don't feed these animals any. I don't feed these animals. What the heck have I done here? Somehow I got molasses on your face. Stand by. Let me get the molasses off your face. Yeah, I don't have to worm these animals. Stand by a minute. Yeah, I don't have to worm them. I don't have to give them any antibiotics. Yeah. So you're getting some good clean meat here. So you can do this, guys. If you need if you're planning on moving out to, the rural areas, whatever, make sure you got deer on that land. If you're like me and you're a carnivore, make sure you have deer on that land. And my buddy, Michigan, all the deer on my wall in there, pretty much, all those deer. I've got some Florida stuff, but those are just antlers. That's all. I didn't mount the heads, but those Michigan deer, I mounted the heads on them. But we took lots of them. I mean, ate a lot of them. And what he would do was kind of clever. He would, right before hunting season, like 2 weeks before gun season, hardly anybody bow hunted up there. Him and I are both die-hard bow hunters. But just before gun season, like 2 weeks before, the food starts getting scarce up there in Michigan. That always opens November 15th. And this starts getting pretty brutal up there by then. Snow and this and that. Because he was way up there in Custer, Michigan. If you look where that is on a map, Custer, Michigan, that's where we hunted. And he had a 65-acre farm, and there was a lot of farmland all around it. He didn't raise any crops. He was a lineman. So he bought this strictly for him and I to hunt. And he would start putting out corn. He'd start baiting up, and all the deer from all around that area, there was just runs coming in onto his property. And he said, and he patrolled it a lot, so nobody's coming. He had a few trying to sneak in, but he busted them, got them out of there. But he would bait them up heavy, and these deer would come in, guys. He went out there one day and counted 65 head, 65 deer on hitting that bait out there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we ate deer meat year round when I went to his place. We always ate deer meat. Hardly never bought a piece of beef. So, with the high price, the inflation, all that craziness that's going on today, there is tons of friggin' deer in this country, okay? And you just don't hammer them till you wipe them out. That's crazy. Harvest what you need, right? Harvest what you need. It's basically free meat. I mean, granted, you got to buy some corn, a little molasses, but if you'll maintain a bait station, kind of like what I'm doing, these deer are constantly coming in, and then you really don't need a bait year round, but you should have a mineral lick year round, okay? That'll just keep them coming in. They'll browse, they eat all this browse, but they like the salt, minerals, and that's what it takes to build a good strong bones and good strong antlers, big antlers, right? Is that minerals. So the Trophy Rock, if you buy the Trophy Rock, Tractor Supply, I think Rural King's got them. Look for Trophy Rocks. These Trophy Rocks, the dairy farmers, cattle farmers used to buy them years ago, and they were coming in like 50-pound blocks, big blocks, sometimes 100-pound blocks. You just roll it in a payloader bucket, and the farmers would take them out and dump them. The cattle and stuff would lick them. But then they noticed a ton of deer were coming in on these things, and somebody, light bulb finally came on and said, hey, we can sell these to hunters. Then they started busting them up in small blocks like this and wrapping them up and selling them at Rural King Tractor Supply. Yeah. So set up a station like this, and you got the free meat. But set it up in a scenario like, see, I got this good tree right here. That tree's perfect. Of course, that is a lightning rod. Pine trees are lightning rods. So if you hear any crack of thunder, yeah, get out of that tree and head to the house. Yeah, head to the house. But this is so cool. You can set these bait stations up. You can harvest your animals. Now, by September 15th, the acorns are going to start dropping. And a lot of times they leave. They will leave this bait pile and they go to the acorns. So it's not a slam dunk by any means, okay? But if you put enough time in the stand, you will harvest meat. And you're going to harvest some good, organic, nutritious food that is, you know, it is the proper human diet. I don't care what anybody tells you. Oats, grains, no, that is not the way to go, guys. I don't care what they say. Just look back in history. Look back at the Egyptians. Look back at those skeletons and stuff that they've dug up, and those bones. Their teeth are ruined. The people before that, the hunter-gatherers, they still had teeth in their head, guys. Good-looking teeth. Granted, they may have a saber-toothed tiger fang stuck through their skull, or their head may have been crushed by a woolly mammoth, but their teeth and bones were strong. They were living on meat, okay? I mean, this isn't rocket science, but today, the food empire wants you all to be on grains, and it's not good. Our guts don't like it. This is where all these problems are coming from. Skin issues, clogged arteries, this and that. Now, they've been preaching to you for years and years and years and years. And years and years and years and years that meat, fat, clogs arteries. That's the biggest scam in the world, guys. The biggest scam. It's a total joke. And this high cholesterol, they keep talking about cholesterol. They wear you out on television talking about cholesterol. They show these fat, lard guys with big old bellies on them. I just seen one the other day, this commercial they were running. And this guy, he's had this heart attack and that heart attack, but what's really saved him, he's still huge. The guy's still huge. You've probably seen the ad. He's strutting down through there. He's got a great big possum gut on him. It's terrible, guys. It's flipping terrible what's going on from Big Pharma trying to brainwash you thinking that their cholesterol medication is going to save your ass. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. It's a joke. Absolute joke. You stay on these grains, you keep eating grains, bread, pasta, rice, all of that stuff turns to sugar when it hits your belly button, okay? And it's going to start clogging arteries. And you're going to have skin issues. The laundry list, guys, from eating this stuff, these grains and all, is unbelievable what's happening. In the medical world, they don't address it. Steve-O does, and we're going to stay on their ass, okay? But you have a government that is backing them, okay, to the hilt, and they're trying to shut down the beef industry to a point. I think it's going to all backfire on them. I really do, guys. I think all of this left-wing nonsense is going to backfire on them, and people are coming around because they're seeing what's happening. And it's not going to work out well for them. But that's enough of that depressing news. But just get out in the woods, enjoy nature, guys. Set up a situation like this. You want to move out of the city, the crazy corrupt cities, and find you a peace in the wilderness, you know. Scout it out, make sure there's deer and stuff on it. If there's farm crops around you, that is a plus. That's a big plus, okay? Because we were baiting on my buddy's farm. He was wrapped. His entire woods had no acorns on it, no oaks. No. It was all hardwood, other woods, but it was not, he didn't have anything that made an acorn on his place. But there was farmland all around him. And we put the corn in for bait. Oh my God, guys, it was unbelievable. We used carrots, we used sugar beets, we used apples. He's in a big apple place. We used carrots, but their guts couldn't handle it. They ate the hell out of it. They ate them up. But my God, you talk about Hershey squirts, guys. Those deer, it disrupted their guts. They gobbled them up. But they had diarrhea, and they were squirting carrot juice all over that flipping woods. And so we quit that. I said, no, their guts can't handle this. They can eat. They're like humans. They'll eat junk that they can't digest, and then they get a gut upset, right? Gut dysbiosis, and when that happens, it's terrible. It's terrible. Same way with humans. You eat the proper human diet. I got a grill going right now, guys. A steak's going on that sucker. Yeah, in just about 5 minutes. I got to get up. I pulled the card. There's my camera, so we can monitor our critters. I got my camera. The chip card's out of it at the moment. It's up there. It's up there at the house. Let's go in there and look at that footage and see what kind of meat we gotta have on the that we can put on the grill real soon. Alrighty, guys, let's see what we got here. I got like 4 nights here. I was out of town, so I've got 4 nights here worth of video. Let's go down through here and see what we got. There's that cripple hornbuck. This is the one I was telling you about. He got his back foot hurt. He got his right rear foot hurt, and this left side here, the horn got weird on us. There's our mineral lick right there. And it's, you know, we've had, oh God, we've had probably almost 8 inches of rain or more on that rock, and it's melting it pretty fast. Oh, let's look at this guy again. There is a 6-point buck right there. We've got a couple of those, but we've got a couple of 6s in here. We've got some spike horns. So we've got a lot of meat here. Here's a nice picture of his rack. Young deer. Pretty good pile of corn. This is the first night before I left. I dumped that corn out. Okay, here's the other, I think, yeah. Almost identical looking deer, actually. There they are together. Could be twins. Could be twins. With identical racks on them, just about. They sure love that trophy rock. Guy, look at them. Look at them licking that thing. Pull this back again. Man, they work that mineral lick. This is number shot 9. I've got 50 on here. They running in and out. They feed a little bit, run in, run out. Look at him licking the heck out of that mineral lick. You want to keep these out year round, these mineral licks. It just helps them out. They need those minerals. This guy actually looks like he's got a little velvet on him, but I'm not sure. I think he's still got a little velvet on him. I saw one in here the other day. Of course, it may be this one. He had blood running down the side of his face, where it looks like the velvet ripped, you know. Now that's hard horn right there. I can tell that. Here's 8-point. Here's an 8-point. He came in, look at him. He's licking the heck out of that mineral block. And here's his sidekick over here. They run in and run out. Talk about a perfect shot, guys, right there. That's what I'd be looking at. That's what I'd be looking at right there. And the reason I put this block here was for the backing. My tree is over here. So they come in and try to set it up like this so you've got broadside shooting, okay? If you didn't have anything out here, 9 times out of 10, they'd be coming straight in this way, dropping their head, and you would have no shot at all. But if you got it up against a backing like this double oak, they can come in. Your tree's over here. Now you've got the perfect pocket shot, which is right there. So be thinking of that when you're setting up your bait stations. Now we're into daytime here. There's that little 6-point came in, and the older buck, he just walked out right the first of it. See, right here he is here. That's the 8-point right there. I think that's the 8-point. Let me back that up again. I don't know, looks like a 6-point. These two 6-points run together pretty much. Now we're back to night again. And there's our 8-point. He came back in. Corn's all gone now. This is after the first night. This is the second night. The corn's all gone. Here's his goofy horn buck. Cripple horn buck. Here's the 8-point coming in. There's no corn. He's licking the mineral lick. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. The cripple horn buck looks older than this 8-point here. But he's a decent buck. There's another good shot right there. Boom, pocket shot. Here he's coming right at me. Here they are together. This guy's back on the mineral lick, as you can see. I absolutely love that thing. Oh, back down daytime again. There's that 6-point. And he's loving that mineral lick. There you go. Look at the blood coming down side of his face right there. Peeling off that velvet. So by the 17th it'll be gone. They won't have any of that velvet left. There he's licking some more mineral. So you guys think they like the trophy rock or what? I've only got about 30 seconds time lapse between shots on this camera. I've got it pretty tight. Oh, there's the 8-point coming back in right at dusk. Boy, he's right on top of me here, guys. This shot would be right on top of me. Pretty much a slam dunk. Mr. 8-point. I seen counted 14 does about a half mile from this location. My neighbor, he's feeding them under his front yard, in his front yard. A ton of does. So these boys will be over there messing with them real soon. But then usually when the bucks leave, the does show up at my place. And I really don't want to shoot any does because they are my seed. They are my seed stock. All right, breaking day here, but there's fog. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. All right, guys. That's how you do it. That's how you farm them. Easy to do. All right, get after them, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.